Nobody likes listening to or looking at a long-winded speech about how to do something, so I'll keep this as short as possible.
2005 Grand Caravan 3.3 liter.
Initially, I wasn't getting any heat. Fan was on, this was on. Checked my coolant level, and it should be between the lines there. And if you can't see it, just push down and jiggle the vehicle a bit, and you should see, I believe between this line and that line, you should see the level of the liquid. And I didn't see any, so I thought it was leaking. I looked under and I did see some green coolant, but it wasn't leaking where I thought it was. I thought this was cracked or the radiator was leaking, but it turns out, I believe, I was low on coolant anyway, and pressure built up. I'm assuming that's what happened. Pressure built up, just like in one of those water guns where you fill it half full of water and pump air into it. And anyways, I believe this is what happened, and it had loosened this, popped this off that screwdriver and tighten up this hose clamp. Push it on first, tighten it up, start it up, let it run for a bit. Check fluid level, or check to see if it's leaking still. And right now, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be fluid level checked while it's warm or cold. I'll have to find out. If you look down there, you can see the bottom line says minimum, top line is maximum, so it's got to be between those two lines, and I believe you can see the fluid level is way down below the minimum line. I'm going to have to check the internet right now and see if you're supposed to check it while check the fluid level while it's cold or running. Oh yeah, I still have my owner's manual. I'm the second owner, and I got it from the guy that I bought it from. It says it should be checked while it's cold. Look at the third line there, and says with the engine cold, level should be between maximum and minimum marks. So I just started the engine, but if the coolant level is way down, I think I'll shut it off and let it cool down and check the coolant level when it's cold. It's quite cold now. Had it shut off for quite a while. I'm jiggling the vehicle to see if I can see where the level is, and I can't. I don't know where it is. I can look in here, and all the way to the bottom I don't see anything. Way down there. I don't think there's any in there. So I'm going to add some funnel coolant. This was had this sitting around for quite a while, and it was half full, and it says you're supposed to be about 50-50, so I just added water to it. So about, I don't know, that much, 50-50. Funnel, add some in there, careful not to spill it, because it's supposed to be sweet tasting to animals and very poisonous to them. So pour it in there until it gets between those two lines, the minimum and maximum lines. And it is now. You can see the amount. It's right below the maximum line. No, that's in the middle. Maximum line is right there. So I don't know what that blue mark is, but there's the minimum, maximum, and there's the fluid level. So I'll add a little bit more and then start it up and see if the heat works and see if it leaks from that hose. It's a little bit wet there still, but I think that's from the leak when I first started. I don't see any drips like it was. Okay, I test drove it for a while to see if it's leaking, and the temperature gauge went up to, I think it's normal, to about the third line there. I can't even remember what's normal on this thing. I didn't really pay attention to it when it was normal, but anyways, that's where it went up to, so I guess that's good. And see other videos on that engine light. This airbag light's been on for quite a while, and I'm not sure what's up with that, but anyways, it's not leaking under the hood, and the temperature gauge is stable at that 1 to 3rd line, and we're getting good heat. So it was low coolant level.